Hello, everybody. Good morning from here in Plymouth, in the southwest of England. Good afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you may be in the world. Thank you very much for joining this first pre-departure webinar for new students joining the University of Plymouth International College in January 2026, just a few weeks away now. We've got a packed agenda to go through with you over the next half an hour or so, but we'll start with some introductions. So my name is Tim Gutzel. I am Director of Marketing and Admissions for UPIC, University of Plymouth International College, and we have several colleagues here on the call with us as well. So let me start with Jake. And Jake, if you could introduce yourself and then pass on so we can introduce all of the team.
Yes, thank you, Tim. So my name is Jake, and I am the Student Experience Officer here at UPIC. So I will be part of the team that helps to welcome you when you arrive, making sure you're all settled and making sure you can thrive in your studies. And I will next pass over to Anita.
Hello everyone, my name is Anita. I am the Student Experience Manager here at the college with the same team with Jake, so I will be also here to help you for your enrollment as well. I will pass you to Amber.
Oh, thanks, Anita. Hi, yes, my name's Amber. I'm the Marketing and Student Recruitment Coordinator here at the college. So I do a lot of work on the website and social media channels, and of course helping get lots of new students through the door. So really looking forward to meeting you all. I will pass you over to Nico.
Hello everyone, I'm Nico. I'm the manager of the admission team here at UPIC. And of course, being in admission, we deal with your offer letter up to the CAS stage. And we also have Dave with us today.
Good morning, my name is Dave Jones. I am the Director of Academic and Student Services, and I am the person responsible for everything that happens from the moment you step off the plane to when you leave us and go to university.
Thanks, Dave. You're not introducing anybody?
Oh,
we need
sorry.
to introduce Maria.
I'll introduce Maria then. Sorry. Apologies.
Hi, everyone. My name is Maria. I am based in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. I'm Student Recruitment Coordinator. So for students here in Nigeria, feel free to reach out to me for any specific information you need from me. Thank you.
Great. Thank you, Maria. Do we have anyone from Clever on the call? Hello, Abby. You're on mute.
Hello. Hello. Can you hear me now? Hi,
yeah,
everyone.
we can.
Hello. So yeah, I'm Abby. I'm the lettings manager of Clever, and we work in partnership with UPIC, and we deal with all your housing needs. So hopefully some of you are already looking into applying or applying for accommodation with us, and we're here to help you everything with finding your new home for your time in Plymouth.
That's great. Thank you very much, Abby. Is that all the introductions done? I think it is, isn't it? There are, how many of us are there? 9 here in the college, I think, full-time members of staff. So you're seeing most of us here on this call. So great to see you all, and we really look forward to seeing you all in person in a few weeks' time when you arrive in Plymouth. So, as I said, this is our agenda. We've done the introductions, and we've got lots of things to go through with you, lots of important information about student hub services.
Tim, I don't think we can see the PowerPoint.
Oh. What are you seeing, Jake?
I can see a picture of everyone's face.
Right, okay, bear with me. Let's try again. Let's see. Is that any better?
Yep, sorted.
It is. Thank you. Thank you for your technical guidance, Jake. So let's start again. We'll go through the introductions, meeting the team, lots of important information to go through with you about student hub services, about accommodation, and we've got Abby to help with that as well. All of the important dates, so for arrival in the UK and all of the induction week activities. Once you land in the UK, how to get to Plymouth, that's important as well. So we can help you with information about that, information about visas, induction, semester dates, around your representative body on campus, which is the University of Plymouth Students' Union. And then Amber will take you through all of our social media presence so you can keep up to date with us. Oh, when you were not here. All sorts of strange things are happening on my screen, but let's try and move forward. So we're going to go next to the student experience team. Dave, would you like to lead on this introduction?
Yeah. So we're the student experience team. Currently, it's myself as the Director of Academics, Anita as Student Experience Manager, and Jake as Student Experience Officer. And we're here to smooth your journey and into the college, help you enroll, and help you find your way around the college and the university when you get here. We're also here to make sure that you feel safe, supported, to make sure that you know where your classes are, what time you start, and all sorts of things like that. Jake looks after a lot of the welfare, so I'll pass on to him so he can talk to you about that.
Thank you, Dave. Yep. So, as well as being a great student experience team, we offer a really, really good wellbeing support. So, as well as me being mental health first aid trained, we also have really, really good connections with the student hub, who have trained counsellors and trained support for anything like that. Me and Anita also operate an open door policy as well. So we are open any time from 8:30 till 5. For people to come in and have a chat with us as well in regards to your well-being. And we also have an emergency phone as well. So if there's any out of hours cause for concern, you can always also let us know. We take your well-being very, very seriously.
Thank you, Dave and Jake. Anita, anything you'd like to add?
Well, they cover most of it already, but we also do care about your study. So we will monitor your attendance. We got a lot of academic support here as well. So at the same time, we run a lot of events. Your well-being, your academic, your well-being is all very important to us. That's it.
Is attendance important, Anita?
Of course, attendance is very important, because if you do not go to your class, how do you know when is exam, what topic is exam going to be? So it is 100% very important, and it is also one of the UKVI requirement for you to attend all of your classes as well.
So not only the class is great, but it's really important that you attend. And as Anita says, ultimately, to remain compliant with the terms of your student visa, you need to monitor attendance and you need to show a good attendance rate. But also that can help with your fees when you progress to the university, because students who have more than 70% in their academic grades and more than 85% in their attendance are eligible for a reduced fee on progression. So attendance is really important for a whole host of different reasons. As Jake mentioned there, the Student Experience Team office is open from 8:30 to 5, Monday to Friday, but there's an emergency number that you can see there, which is available all of the time and available by email all of the time as well. The college is just on the edge of the university campus in the centre of the town, and on the university campus is the library with the student hub. So this is really just a couple of minutes walk from the college in the heart of the campus. And what you have in the student hub are student learning services, the welfare team, counselling service, disability and dyslexia service, student centre and immigration advice. So you can see right on our doorstep, there's a whole host of support services available to you in the student hub in the university library. Campus map. Jake is going to try and take us on a kind of a drone tour in a minute with our flyover, with our virtual tour. But just to give you an idea, as I mentioned, you can see the star there. That's where the college is located. All of the buildings you can see are the university campus. So we are in the heart of the campus, in the heart of the city centre, right next to the high street with all the shops and the cafes, and just a 10-minute walk through the centre of the city down to the waterfront. So it's a fantastic location. Jake, see if you can get your drone loaded and take us on a virtual tour.
Let's try and give this a go. I'm just powering it up now.
It's such a powerful device that it tends to drain our sort of computing resources, but
yeah,
we'll give it a go.
I'm piloting the drone as we speak. Can you see?
Yep, can see
Brilliant. Okay, so as you can see, as Tim previously said, so this is where we are on campus. This is campus and this is Plymouth. So we are really in the midst of it all. If we go find UPIC itself, so we were initially in this building over here, but we have moved a few doors down to this building right here. So we're a lot closer to campus, a lot closer to the action. And campus is consistently changing. So if you notice Babbage here, this is the old building. It's a completely new building now, which is very sleek and modern. And there's a lovely new green area here where these buildings used to be as well. So the campus is consistently changing, and it's a really, really nice place to be. Transport-wise, the train station is right here, so it's only a 5-minute walk from the UPIC offices, which is really, really easy to get to. And if we look at the wider Plymouth landscape, so it's got everything you need really. So if you need to go shopping, you've got Drake's Circus right here. You've also got a variety of different supermarkets around. Royal Parade, which is if you just go down here, it's got loads of really nice restaurants and markets for you to go and enjoy. We really, really recommend you going. Each of the UPIC staff has their each different favourite place down here, and it's a really, really nice place to go. If we move to a different part of Plymouth, let's go to the harbour. See, the drone's very fast. So this is
This is where you keep your boat, Jake, is it?
Oh, this is where you keep your boat, Tim. So this is a really, really nice part of Plymouth. So it has the Barbican on it, which is one of the highlights of Plymouth. Lots of really, really nice restaurants and bars and shops. There are lovely water here as well. Once again, where Tim keeps his boat. It also has the Plymouth Marine Station as well, which for a lot of marine biology students, a lot of marine studies, they do a lot of their courses there as well. So it's a really, really nice part of Plymouth. Lots of nice sea. If we move further out here, so once a year, Plymouth has the fireworks competition, and they are set off here, and it's really, really nice to see. You can go watch them all along here, all along the Barbican. Everyone in Plymouth has their highlight of a spot they like to watch it from. If you're a fan of your history, this is where Napoleon was held before he was prosecuted for everything he did. So there you go, man. Next is Plymouth Hoe. So this is a really, really nice part of Plymouth. You've probably seen Smeaton's Tower before. There's a really, really nice bit of green space. In the summer, this is lovely to go for barbecues, go sit with friends, have a nice time. You also have the Lido as well, which is good for swimming. Or if you're feeling a bit more daring, you can actually swim in these zones here as well in the sea. But this is a really nice part of Plymouth, really, really nice green space. And look at that view as well. It's lovely. Let's go over to Royal William Yard next. So this is also a really, really nice part of Plymouth. So this is where there's a lot of really nice restaurants and bars as well. This is, in my opinion, my favourite part of Plymouth, this area. So there's also bars, restaurants here. There's a boat that comes from here all the time, and it takes you various places. And this is a different part of Plymouth, a bit away from the city centre, but it's a lovely views as well. So if we take you over to Mount Edgecombe really quickly as well, so you can get the boat from Royal Yard to Mount Edgecombe, and this is a really, really nice walk that we are probably planning to do in about May time this year as well. We did it last year, and it was a really, really big hit. So this is actually Cornwall, and it's a really, really nice area of Cornwall. So it's got the nice houses, got some really, really nice walks. And the walk that we did, you can actually go all the way over to here, which is King Sand and Corsand. So this lovely part of the world here is only about a few hours walk away from Plymouth. So this really shows the potential that Plymouth has.
It's walk or a 30-minute boat ride, isn't it, Jake?
Well, yeah, you can choose. If you're not a walker, you can boat it. It's completely up to you. So yeah, this shows the potential that Plymouth has. So let's go back this way. See if there's anywhere else I've missed. I mean, there's so many places, and if you want to have a little explore before you come, you can find this really, really good virtual tour on the Plymouth website, and they've got loads of different other places you can go visit. But I think that's probably everything. But yeah, that's a very, very, very quick virtual tour. Hopefully you can see from that the potential that Plymouth has, not only as a campus, but as a city as well.
Thanks, Jake. I think the other point worth emphasising there is it's a very compact city, so everything is in easy walking distance. So the university is in the heart of the city. You can walk through the city centre to the waterfront. You don't need to spend time, money on transport to get from where you're living to where you're studying, because all of the accommodation, as Abby will tell us more about in a minute, is very close to where you'll be studying. Maria, you've had the chance to visit Plymouth, haven't you? How did you feel about being here? What were your main impressions of the city?
Very lovely. Yeah, watching Jake go take the drone right now, I could just picture Plymouth again. It's a very lovely city. One thing that strikes me most is for the students coming there, in fact, myself, when I got there, I was greeted with loving people, people who could help you settle down easily. Plymouth has a balanced city and nature life. So if you love nature, there's the park there, we have the seafront, lots of things. And as you've already seen, it's at the city center. You could walk around, we have the shopping mall around. So coming to study in Plymouth, you should just feel at ease because I've been there and I loved it. It's a beautiful city. It's safe for international students to study. And if you want to talk about, I don't know your nationalities, I'm a Nigerian. So if you're a Nigerian going there, you're going to find lots of things. You're not going to struggle to find your local meals if you still want to stick to them. Like when I was in Plymouth, I just left my local meals. I tried to try new meals because you see lots of meals from all nationalities. So there are lots of things for you to try. And for the Nigerians going there to study, don't worry. There's a Plymouth Jollof where you can get that. There's where you can get your swallow, your melon, everything Nigerian is there. So, and I'm sure other nationalities there will find everything they want.
We have the Christmas market at the moment, Maria, and there's actually powdered yam available and curried goat in the Christmas market. So yeah, as Maria says, lots of things, whatever your nationality, whether that's South Asian, Southeast Asian, West African, there will be food which will be familiar from home. Okay, thanks everyone for that introduction to Plymouth. Abby, do you want to tell us a bit more about the accommodation provision that we have and the service that Clever can offer?
Yeah, of course. So hello everyone. So again, my name's Abby and I'm the lettings manager here at Clever. And we look forward to finding you your new home when you come to Plymouth. I'm hoping that a lot of you have already selected your accommodation. As you're aware, the typical process is you'll apply for your accommodation and put in your requests of what your accommodation type is, whether that's a studio, whether it's a room in a shared house. And following on from that, our admin team would have been sending you all of the information that you need to know and the documents that you need to complete prior to your arrival. So I'm hoping that you have already done that. If you have already signed your contracts prior to arrival and you're arriving out of hours, you would have been sent information on key collection from our key boxes, which are located just outside of our office. However, if you ever have any problems, we have got an emergency line, so you call the main number, which hopefully you should have by now, and you'll be redirected through our emergency line, so there'll always be someone here that's able to help you. Our accommodation office is located just opposite the university, so we're literally at the 3-4 minute walk from the UPIC office over at Portland, and we're open Monday to Friday 9 till 5:30 and 9 to 5 on a Friday. So you feel free to pop in and see us whenever you like. We're always here, even if it's for, just a chat, want to talk to us about your accommodation, how you're finding it, any problems. You just pop in and see us at any point. Another thing to note is probably our maintenance. So if you were to move into one of our properties, should you find there's any maintenance issues, any problems, we send you a link through to your email to report this via it's a little system called Property File, and that's where we're able to allocate contractors to attend to rectify any problems the fastest. So that is how you go about reporting your maintenance issues. But as I said, if you struggle, if you want to just come and see someone face to face, pop in Monday to Friday and one of the team will be more than happy to help you. Another thing just to mention is about security deposits. So a lot of you will be probably paying a security deposit of about £199 per person. This is refundable, so it's just, you know, up to you to just look after the property whilst you're in there, as long as you leave it as you've moved into the property and there's no, you know, outstanding arrears or overusage on utilities. That money comes back to you at the end of the tenancy. It's protected by a scheme called the Deposit Protection Scheme, and you'll be sent details through of that. Another thing just to mention is utility bills. So your bills are included in your rent. So you pay your rent. That does include gas, electric, water, broadband for your studying. Everything is included. There is a fair usage allowance. So just be mindful when you're in the property. You know, heating, things like that, a couple of hours in the morning, couple of hours in the evening. Don't leave it on all day every day if you can help it, just because any excess of that fair usage policy is payable. So that's something to be really mindful of at your time in Plymouth in our accommodation. And the other thing to mention is our Christmas shutdown period. So we are closed today and we're back open on the 5th of January. So if you're arriving, as I said, within that period of time, you would have been sent details on key collection from our secure key boxes. But feel free to call the line and the emergency line if you have any problems or if you get stuck. I think that's it. If anyone's got anything else that they'd like me to go through.
Any questions, anybody? It's very easy to apply. So on the UPIC website, there's an online application form, which we'll go through to Clever. Another couple of points there on the slide worth mentioning about the city, that we are in the top 15 safest UK cities, according to official data. Also, our partner university is a top 2 UK young university, so it's a very highly ranked university among the newer universities in the UK. Any questions about anything we've covered so far, or for Abby about the accommodation provision? Okay. So I think we've probably covered most of the points there about our collaboration with Clever. So, Jake, if I fill in that online application form, what happens next? What's the process?
It's a great question, Tim.
Thank you.
So the accommodation process is a really, really easy step. So it is, as it says, a 5-step method. So when you fill out the accommodation form on the UPIC website, you will receive contact from one of the representatives at Clever, and the steps will be initiated. So first of all, when you will be sent various accommodation options for you to choose from, is really, really important when choosing accommodation that you make sure that you reply to these emails. If you reply to the options given, this can get sorted really, really quickly. So once you're happy with the accommodation that's been sent to you and the booking confirmation has been received, you will then be sent a tenancy agreement. Once this has been signed and the initial payment's been sent, all you need to do is fill out the right to work, and then when you're here, you can collect your keys. So once this has all been completed, it's really, really easy. Whilst it sounds like a lot of information, me and Anita at the UPIC Student Experience team and the representatives at Clever are here to answer any queries and help you every step of the way. So yeah, that's what it is. So it's quite a simple process, really, Tim.
Thank you, Jake. Airport pickup. One thing you mustn't do is arrive at the airport, whether that's Heathrow or wherever it may be, and think you can just get in a taxi and come to Plymouth. Well, you can, but it will cost you hundreds of pounds. Plan this part of your journey in advance. So we offer an airport pickup service. Again, that can be booked through our website, and that will be very much less expensive than just walking out of the airport into a taxi, and that'll be a trusted driver as well, somebody that we know. There are other ways of getting to Plymouth. You can do that by train. It's about a 3.5-hour train journey, slightly slower, but less expensive would be to travel by coach. And then also the university, we've still got the September dates in there, but they may be offering an airport pickup service for all of the students arriving in January. So lots of different options to get from the international airport to Plymouth. But one thing I would absolutely emphasize is you do need to plan this part of the journey in advance. And if you need any guidance on that, then do let us know. Best value is going to be coach. The train will be faster and very comfortable, or most comfortable of all and still quite cost effective, especially if you book it with a group of friends, would be to use our airport pickup service. Anita, do you want to tell us about the eVisa?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
So eVisa. So as you can see on the PowerPoint, so we do not do, not we, sorry, there's no more BRP card. So what you will have is you will receive an eVisa. When you enroll, you will need to create a share code. So without a share code, we will not be able to enroll you. And how to do that, as you can see, the eVisa is linked to your passport. So you have to create a UK Visa account first. And then once you create UK Visa account, you will be able to generate a share code. And there will be different share codes. So there will be a specific share code for right to study. And there will be a different one for your work. So it's not just one you can use forever. The share code one is generate. It will last up to 3 to 4 months. Yeah, so if you need any question, just give me a shout.
Thank you, Anita. Are there any questions at this point about anything we've covered so far? Or feel free to use the chat as well if there's anything you would like to ask. Okay, then moving on, the University Medical Centre. So there's a medical centre on campus. In order to access this, all that new students have to do is register with a GP. So that's general practitioner. That's a doctor, community doctor in the UK. As soon as you've registered with a GP, you will have access to the university's medical centre in the heart of the campus. I can see we do have someone with their hand raised. Would you like to ask a question? Can't quite make out your name there. Is it Mufaro? You have your hand raised.
Sorry, good morning. Sorry to
Good morning.
start this afternoon. I'm traveling right now and I'm in the airport, but I just wanted to ask, if you're picking someone up who's coming by train, do you also offer the pickup services as well?
If you're coming by train, then the train station is literally 2 minutes walk from the college. It's right across the street from the college. So it's very, very easy. It's right in the heart of the centre. So you may be able to get a local taxi, or just if you have lots of luggage, or just walk from the train station to the college or to your accommodation. So the pickup service that I described was for collection from London Heathrow. But if you're getting the train to Plymouth, then the onward journey, once you're at the station in Plymouth, should be very quick and easy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Enrollment. When are we enrolling, Anita?
Exciting. So
Isn't it?
enrollment, yes, it is. Yay. So enrollment starts from the 12th of January. As you can see, there is a certain document you need able for you to complete your enrollment. So first of all, you will need your passport. The passport need to be in date, please. You'll need to have your eVisa ready so that you can generate your share code as we speak. And then you also need to provide a UK address. So this is very, very important. Please try to arrange your accommodation in Plymouth before you travel. We will need a tenancy agreement. We'll need a UK address to complete the enrollment process. And then if you have a UK mobile number, perfect. We will probably need that as well. And we also need emergency contact details. That could be your parents. So we would need their phone number and their name. So it's not a lot, but passport, visa, address, that's the main thing. And please arrive between the 12th of January to the 15th of January, please.
So those dates that Anita just mentioned, that's our induction week, and there are lots of other things going on during that week as well. So we would strongly recommend that you get here as early as possible during that week. We can enroll students from Monday the 12th, but during that week up to Friday the 16th, there will be lots of welcome talks, program specific talks, introductions on how to join your classes, introduction on how to use the student portal. So that's all really important information. But it's just going to make it so much easier for you to get up and running with your studies. If you've been through all of that, you know how things work, you know your way around, you're fully enrolled, and then you're all ready to go once teaching starts on Monday the 19th. So all of our programs start on Monday the 19th this year. So that's foundation, first year and pre-masters. The induction week, as we've just said, starts the week before that from Monday the 12th. There's no late enrolment opportunity for postgraduate pre-masters students. That's because it's a shorter program, so enrolling late could seriously compromise your chances of being successful on that program. For undergraduate students, we can be a little bit more flexible, with enrolment allowed up to the end of the second teaching week. So that would be Friday, the 30th of January. But all of that said, we would strongly recommend that you get here as early as possible and ideally on Monday the 12th. I mentioned at the start about the UPSU, is University of Plymouth Students' Union. This is your representative body on campus, and quite remarkably, over the last decade, a half of all of the student union presidents have been UPIC students. So that is a really great demonstration of how our students are fully integrated into the university community. Half of them over the last decade have gone on to be president. There's the overall president. There are faculty specific presidents as well. But these are the people that you can turn to around any issues you have, especially once you progress to the university. So that's just a quick introduction to the Students' Union. Amber, would you like to introduce all our different social media?
Sure, yeah. So here at the college, we do have a few different social media channels that we post content to. So follow us straight away. It'll be really good for you as a student coming into the college to see what the city is like, what the campus is like. So on Instagram, our handle is upic_students. So do take a look. We're also available on Facebook, YouTube and LinkedIn. So it's just a really good platform to see what's going on. We always post what kind of events are happening, what kind of part-time jobs you can get, any kind of academic updates, we will post that as well. So yes, all good stuff. And what we really want to do moving forward is to work with you. So if you have really good tech skills, if you love making photos or videos, anything like that, I'll be speaking to you when you arrive. So yeah, remember my face. I'm Amber and I'd love to work with you. So yeah, thank you very much, Tim.
Thank you, Amber. Oh, grocery shopping. Anita, you like food. You'll be the best one to take us through this.
I do like food, especially chocolate and sweet. So there are plenty of supermarket around in the city center. Lidl and Aldi, as you can see, is probably the least expensive one, which they are also available in the center. At the same time, apart from the UK local supermarket, there is like we said before, there's a lot of Asian supermarket, there's a lot of African supermarket as well. So you have everything you need. Really short, isn't it?
It's a really important point though, isn't it? That in the market, for example, there are lots of international cafes. I've just noticed there's a new Syrian cafe, there's Moroccan, there's Thai, there's all kinds. There's lots of Chinese food, Nepalese food, particularly lots of West African options as well now, cafes and supermarkets. So for a relatively small city, I think there's an incredibly diverse range of foods available in the specialist shops, but also those big supermarkets there. Dave is obviously so well paid, he does all of his shopping in Waitrose, but there are more cost-effective options for the others of us as well. And at the bottom there, Lidl and Aldi are great value supermarkets as well for all of the basics. So loads of different options available. What do you like about Waitrose so much, Dave? He's not telling us.
Interestingly, Waitrose is a little bit too far away, Tim, because there's only one across the river.
I see you as just.
I would add though that as well as being able to get a taste of home in the restaurants and the shops, we thoroughly recommend you do try fish and chips and a good old Cornish pasty.
Yep, we have a coastal location. You can see from our backdrops that we are right next to the sea, and Jake showed you the virtual tour. So it's great for fish if you like seafood. A lot of that is just very fresh and local. Loads of great food opportunities. We're pretty much done actually with all of the information we wanted to share with you. We go through at this stage some frequently asked questions because we know these things students often ask. But if you do have any questions, then feel free to raise your hand or to interrupt. We want you to go away from this feeling that all of your questions have been answered. Nico has just appeared on camera as well. So let me give you a chance, Nico, to see if there's just anything you wanted to add on the admissions process that students should know at this stage.
Sure. So either if you are still at offer holder stage, or if you already received your unconditional accepted and just working toward your CAS, if you still have any doubts on how to receive an unconditional offer letter or what's missing towards your CAS or whether you need to make a payment, please just send us an email at admission@up.plymouth.ac.uk or contact via Studyling using your applicant username, because yeah, we are here to help. We are here until the 24th of December, and then we'll come back on the 2nd of January. So yeah, if you have any question until the 24th of December, we should be able to get back to you by then.
Thanks, Nico. Emmanuel, you have your hand raised.
Yeah, I actually have a question for Nico. I think I was communicating with him earlier this week. Obviously, it's a little bit personal, so I'm not going to go into too much details. But what I wanted to ask was, peradventure, say we have because I think one of the requirements is to have a bank statement or something that is about 28 days in maturity, right? But like you
Yes.
just said, you're going out on the 24th, and assuming if the bank statements someone submitted would be matured on the 25th or 26th, like is it not possible to facilitate the CAS so that they can apply for their visa, because as Tim has said, registration starts on the 12th, so there's really short time between getting the CAS and then applying for the visa and then getting your flight and then coming and then getting settled, all of those things.
Thank you, Manuel. So obviously we still need to receive a bank statement showing enough money for 28 consecutive days. Otherwise, the university won't raise your CAS. If your bank statement mature just after Christmas, in some country, for example, Nigeria, India, it's possible to apply for a super priority visa. And our CAS deadline for super priority visa is actually in January. So if your bank statement mature after Christmas, we'll ask you to confirm, which I think you probably already did, to confirm that you will apply for super priority visa, so that we'll still be able to request your CAS when we come back in January.
So that means the CAS would only be sent towards like the first week of January then?
Correct, when we come back, because also the university is shut as well during that period. Their last day will be the 23rd of December. So therefore we need to wait for them to reopen as well, because they are the one raising the actual CAS.
Okay. And my last question is with regards to the UKVI, what I just want you to like shed more light on what that is, and if that is like a compulsory thing or an optional thing, or like what's that about?
What do you mean by the UKVI? Sorry.
The visa interview, I think there was
the interview, like the UKVI interview.
Yeah, that one.
Right. So not all the applicants who apply for a visa will need to actually pass an interview with UKVI. Unfortunately, depend from the caseworker who will assess your case. So some will receive an invitation for an interview, and in that case, of course, we recommend that you prepare yourself about why you've chosen to study in the UK and not somewhere else, why Plymouth and not another UK university, why this program and not a different program. If you come back to study after studying up, why returning to study now and not before? If you had a visa refusal in the past, why was that, and why your situation has now changed, improved? So this kind of preparation. Unfortunately, we don't know which one of you guys will need to pass an interview or not, because that's up to UKVI, but I would recommend just be prepared, because sometimes they might take a decision just looking at your documents. Sometimes they might invite you for an interview first. So it's up to them to decide who needs an interview before they can make a decision and who doesn't.
Thank you.
No problem. I think there is another question. I can't see I can only see RC, but I can't see the actual name.
Hello, good morning, Nico.
Good morning.
My name is Rafi.
Hi, Rafi. How are you doing?
I'm fine. What about you?
I'm good, thank you. How can I help?
Yeah, that I got an email last night that my deadline CAS deadline is 19 December. So I still didn't get my CAS, and they asked me for my father wages and other documents. I already sent yesterday, so still I didn't get any CAS letter. So do you know anything about that?
The document's been sent to the university because they were the one
Yeah.
who wanted to see them, and we are waiting for their feedback. So hopefully, if everything goes well, we might be able to request the CAS today, but they might want to come back and want more evidence. We'll have to see. For those who cannot get the CAS by today, our next deadline will be for those applying for priority visa on the 23rd of December, which is the last day that the university can raise the CAS.
So basically, I have at least 4 days, right?
Sorry?
Still I have 4 days to get the CAS, right?
Yes, if they need more evidence, yes, you will still have up to the 23rd, yes.
I already sent every kind of documents and they asked for, but I guess if there is any issues or they need anything, then it will be fine because I have 4 days. Thank you so much, Nico. Nice to
No
meet
problem. No problem.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you.
There's a question from Zoe in the chat, maybe one for Anita and Jake. I'd like to clarify about the eVisa. Must I have my visa before I can get my share code?
I just answer it, Tim, at the same time. So Zoe, yes, basically what you will need to do is you need to create your UKVI account first. Once you, which you will need your passport to do that. And once you create your UKVI account, it will allow you to generate a share code. And then the share code is so that we can review your eVisa. Is that clear? Tim, you're on mute.
Great, thank you, Anita. Let's move on to our frequently asked questions, shall we? Nico, how can I enroll if I haven't received my visa yet?
Thank you, Tim. So, of course, to complete your enrollment, we need to see evidence that you actually receive your visa. Also, because all of our courses are face-to-face, so you wouldn't be able to attend online. So it's very important that you apply for your visa as soon as you receive your CAS, and that you let us know as soon as you receive your visa, so that then you can be put in touch with our student experience team that will tell you what the next stage is towards enrollment and of course towards your journey, because they will need to know your arrival details too. And the next question is, Jake, can I live anywhere in the UK?
You can't, Nico, I'm afraid.
Oh.
No, you have to live in Plymouth. So you need to be a commutable distance to UPIC to be able to do your studies. So you can't live in London, Leeds, Liverpool, anywhere like that. It has to be in Plymouth and the surrounding areas. But as we say in other webinars, why would you want to live anywhere else? I mean, I've shown you on the virtual tour such a beautiful place Plymouth is. So you want to live here, you know. Dave, can I work to fund my studies and accommodation?
You can, but you're limited to 20 hours per week whilst you're in study, and so you need to make sure that you do not go above those 20 hours, because then you'll be in breach of your visa. You also need to be very much aware that you're here to study. So if you're working over the time of your classes, you'll be marked absent. So you need to talk to your employer with your timetable to make sure that the two things don't clash. So you are allowed to work, but there is a limit of 20 hours a week. Anita, when do I have to pay the second installment of my fees?
Wow, this is the very important day. It is the 20th of March, which will be week number 9, and then you will require to pay the second installment of your fees. Next, please. Do I need to buy a laptop, Amber?
Oh, Anita, I would strongly suggest you do buy a laptop, yes, only because when you're here and you're studying, of course, you can go to the library, you can rent a laptop if you want, you can work on the computers there. But it's very likely that there will be days when you just want to be cozy and you're just in your home and you want to do a bit of research here or an essay there. So yes, do buy a laptop. But if you're thinking, oh no, I don't have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds, we can direct you to places where there's refurbished laptops or much more affordable laptops to buy. So yes, do make sure you buy a laptop, Anita.
I will. Thank you.
Great. And then so for the last question, what is the last day I can arrive in the UK? Jake.
So our enrolment week is the second week of January, which commences on the 12th. So we really recommend that you can get here for that. But we realise that sometimes it can be a bit difficult. So the last day you can arrive in the UK is the, I need to get my dates right. The 19th, the
Friday
20th,
the 30th is the last day
30th.
for
That's
undergraduate,
it.
isn't it?
Yeah, yes, but as I said, it'd be the earlier the better, so we can get you enrolled and settled as quickly as we can.
And no late arrivals for pre-masters either,
No.
because that's a much shorter course. So that's Monday the 19th, which is the first day of teaching. Anita, what's the first thing I should do once I arrive at the airport in the UK?
Ooh, come to Plymouth. So when you first arrive, yes, I would really think we should come to Plymouth straight away, settle in your accommodation, and you do need to complete your right to study check as well. That's very important. You will need to upload your passport, you will need to upload your eVisa, and then please come to the college so that we can complete your enrollment.
Lovely, thank you. Emmanuel, you have your hand raised again. Is that from before, or do you have another question?
I've got another question too, actually.
Okay.
The first one is, you said the last day for pre-masters is the 19th. Is that correct? Like the last
Yes.
day. So if they arrive like on the 18th or 19th, will they still be able to, enroll for their course?
Yeah, absolutely. We can have a little bit of very limited flexibility, but we just want pre-masters students to be aware that it is a shorter course. So you're getting right into things right from the start. And if you arrive late, then you'll just be playing catch up the whole time. We don't want that for you. It's really important to us that we have high success rates on our programs, and more than 90% of our students progress from a UPIC program to the university degree. More than 90% of our students graduate from the university. But we achieve those really high success rates by, just making sure that you are here on the right dates and you have the best opportunity to succeed. Is there anything you would like to add on that, Dave?
No, I don't think so. I think Sorry, I was just thinking about something else.
Yeah, the importance of not being late for pre-masters, especially, and so you're not always playing catch up.
It literally is. It's an 11-12 week course that is very intense. So there's a lot of stuff to learn. So if you miss stuff at the beginning, it becomes very difficult for you to catch it up with that, because it's 17 or 18 hours teaching a week, and it can be quite fast paced. So if you miss stuff, it does become a little bit more difficult for you, because obviously it's taught at a slightly higher level than an undergraduate course.
Awesome. Thank you very much. And then my second question is, because you said you can't live anywhere in the UK, but can you visit or tour the UK and surroundings? Like, say I got invited for an event in Manchester or Liverpool, or it's the holidays and I'm like trying to tour Europe or something. Can I do all of that?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not a big country, the UK. So we have some regional airports where you can fly to other parts of the UK, and actually flying in the UK can be cheaper than the train, and quite low cost. But it's a very easy country to get around, the UK. It's only 3.5 hours into London, so going into London for the weekend is perfectly feasible, or to the other big cities as well. Just make sure you avoid Sheffield is the one thing I would advise.
Okay. And is there like a student community, like maybe kind of like music or tech or startup entrepreneurship, like those kind of community, especially for people that are passionate about like tech and entrepreneurship? Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's where I could have said more about the student union, actually, because that's where all the student clubs and societies are based. And there's over 100 different clubs and societies. So that will include all of the things you just mentioned, Emmanuel. But if what you're looking for isn't there, students have the right, if they can get a certain number of students together, to form a new club anyway. And the students union will support that. So yeah, lots of access to different clubs and societies for pretty much anything you can imagine through the student union.
What I would also say as well there, Emmanuel, if you're really interested in business and entrepreneurship, we do have something called The Cube over at the Fitzroy building. That's for our business students who've got any ideas, if they want some support with businesses or tech, that's where we'll send you to. So my computer's been a bit slow, but when it loads, I'm going to send a link in the chat.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
You're welcome.
Any other questions?
Can I just say that I've made a comment in the chat, just so everyone knows that if you do buy a laptop, please don't buy the Microsoft Office Suite, because you can get it free through the university, and we'll show you how to download it in a class, and that will save you at least £100.
That's a really useful comment, Dave. You do need Microsoft Office, don't you? So any student pretty much is going to need Word and Excel. So just make sure that you get that software suite. But as Dave said, available through the university for free. Any other questions before we leave you? You can see our emergency phone and landline contact details there, and the email address for the student experience team. So do get in touch if you have any other questions. You can see our postal address there as well. And the image is of the British Firework Championships that Jake mentioned earlier. You can see the lighthouse there, Smeaton's Tower, the red and white striped iconic building on the waterfront. In the summer, over 2 evenings, hundreds of people gather here to see the fireworks being set off by different firework companies who are actually competing for that firework championship. So that's just one of the many great events you can experience when you come here to Plymouth. Any final questions? Oh, I can see Amber's put the link up to the Cube. That's great. Dave, if your laptop already has Office, would I still be able to get Office from the university? Zoe asks.
No. Well, you would, but it would confuse. You'd have to take one off to put one on. So if it already has Office, then you should be fine.
Okay, Any last questions? It's been great to see so many of you on the call. Once I have the link to the recording, I will share that with you all so that you can watch back if you would like to. You've got our contact details there, so please do feel free to get in touch with any questions at all that you have in the meantime. So I'll just finish by thanking all of my UPIC colleagues for their contribution to this call. So Anita, Amber, Nico, Jake, Dave, thank you very much for joining. And also Abby from Clever, thank you very much for your time and all the information that you've shared. Have a great holiday, everyone, and we very much look forward to welcoming you all to Plymouth in the new year in January. Thanks, everyone. Thank you for joining, and see you soon.
Merry
Thank you very much.
Christmas
Bye.
in advance.
Thank
and
you,
Happy New
everyone.
Year to
Bye.
everyone.
Happy holidays.
Bye.
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 Bye.